Hello everyone, and welcome to the second last newsletter of the term. In this newsletter I'd like to focus on our senior students because as at today our Year 12 students have 18 days of formal classes left and our VM students have 10. However, there are 53 days left until the first VC exam, including weekends and holidays. So there's plenty of time to improve between now and the exams with an extensive commitment to home study. As parents, we have an important role to play in encouraging and supporting boys during this time. There's a lot spoken about ATAR, but it remains the most important element in gaining initial access to most tertiary courses. There are lots of other ways to access most courses, but for the majority, ATAR remains the easiest way. One apt analogy is that the ATAR is the boarding pass for the flight to take you to your chosen career. Of course, you can hitchhike, catch a bus or walk to get to the same place, but it takes longer, is more uncertain and usually more difficult. I'm fond of reminding students that the R in ATAR stands for rank. The harder you work over the next 53 days, the more likely your ranking is to be higher than others of similar ability who don't work as hard. In this way, it's exactly the same as training for an event in music or sport. The harder you work, the better you're likely to perform. As the majority of our Year 12s prepare for exams, our VM and unscored students are moving towards the pathway of their choice, in many cases apprenticeships or directly into the workforce. I'm very proud that most years every graduate moves into the apprenticeship, job or course of their choice. Here at St Joseph's we have an open entry enrolment policy, and therefore we think it's really important to provide pathways to the workforce for every student, regardless of his interests or ambitions. The graduating class of 2024 have generally been on side with staff and are working really well as a group across the year. In recognition of this, we've permitted them to wear their commemorative hoodie to school for the remainder of the school year. This is not a privilege afforded to Year 12s each year. Our experience throughout the year with our Year 12s gives us great optimism that students will follow the clear expectation we have regarding any public gatherings at the end of the year, and that good decision making in their final days and weeks of school will be part of the legacy of the class of 24. As one group finish, another group step up as the senior student group. Earlier this week, following an extensive process involving Year 7 and 11 students and staff and a group of enormously high candidates, I was delighted to announce the appointment of our senior student leaders for 2025. Congratulations to College Captain Charlie Meadows, College Vice Captain Kawe Kamina and Harris Henderson. Touchstone and House leaders will be announced next week. The redevelopment of the Arts and Technology Precinct continues, albeit with some minor setbacks in the early stages related to some unexpected surprises in the ground, including a little bit of asbestos and some unseasonal weather. We expect to have much more visible progress in coming weeks as the new structure adjacent Queen's Road gets out of the ground. And finally, each semester, Edmund Rice Education Australia publish the Ricean magazine. I find it a really helpful reminder that this school is part of a network of schools in Australia and across the world. The Ricean also records much of the incredible work of EREA and Edmund Rice Education Beyond Borders. If you have a few minutes to access it using the link below, I think you'll find it a really interesting read. God bless.